So the nuclear medicine, the PET should be 4% of 360. This is the average of the large population, okay? And also the consumer, like the telephone and so on. So altogether, we get 360 milligram per year, means 1 milligram per day. Let's make some other comparison. When you go to the dentist and you get one view, it's 2 milligram. A mammogram, 20 milligram. If you fly from the United States to Europe or Japan through the North Pole, is between 6 to 8 milligram, depending on the cycle. So let's compare a little bit this radiation. We have the International Commission of Radiation Protection, the top on the graph, that recommends the dose not higher than 100 milligram per year. If you take a PET scan, you take from 10 to 20 times that. 4-view mammogram is okay. The 3D CBS, it's okay. X-ray pelvis is still is about 70 milligram. But look at what, when you get a SPECT, or a gamma camera is also called, of the heart, 30 millicurie of technetium-99. Then the CAT scan of the pelvis, or a current PET, 10 millicurie of FDG, that is the normal dose. Some are going even higher than that, 13, 15. Okay. So let's try to visualize yourself in the future, but I would say not too far, because the technology is here. Now we just need the money and putting together the So for this, there are two ways to look at this animation, because this animation, the last 3 minutes, is practically summarizing all what I have said to now. It means lower radiation, better image quality, lower cost, and shorter time, and so on. So I click on this, and the person on the web. Sorry, I cannot. In local, I cannot do this now. Anyway, let me describe what you can see. The viewer can see on the web. You have two choices: either to type this URL on a new window of your Internet Explorer or Netscape, or you can continue this web test by looking at 1/4 of the image. So let me describe the upper quarter now. And I'm sorry for the audience here, we will not see the animation, but I will describe the animation. So on the upper quarter, we have the patient that in 7th position is going through this PET scanner that is only 16 centimeters long. Okay, so it needs to stay 10 minutes for each position. The electronics, it presents a dead time and a saturation. So the total number of photons, and what I'm looking now, I am looking at the bottom left quarter of the image for the one who are on the web. Looking at this webcast, or for the one instead who open a new page, they can see the entire animation. We should compare this with the 3D CBS, that because the detector is 7 times longer, it goes from head to knees, then it can capture many more photons. And so the key improvement is the electronic, and that is, let's say, the innovation that allows not only to capture more photons, but allows to increase the length of the detector. And in comparison, we get 240 million. I'm looking at the bottom quarter of the image, bottom right. 240 million in 4 minutes compared to 60 million in 90 minutes. So what is, in a few words, the revolution that is creating this. Not only can provide a safe annual all-body screening examination to showing biological process at molecular level, the 3D CBS has a unique capability of recording data continuously and simultaneously over the entire body. And we have an oncologist, and at the end I would like to have your input, Paul Jerebeck and Bob Burns. If you can tell what kind of examination you can envision with such a machine that you could not expect or think to have it now with the current machine. Okay, I think it would be wonderful for looking at the result, the efficacy of a drug, because you can monitor the entire body at the same time. You can see the picture, a dynamic picture like a movie of a biological process over the entire body. Now it's impossible, because if you take the data on the heart for 10 minutes and then 10 minutes later you take it below that, then you cannot correlate the data that has been recorded at different times. So it's opening a all new possibility. 100% of the photons that are delivered to the patient, and why in one case we are getting 0.014% and on the other case we are getting 10%. Okay. These two data are reported on articles written by manufacturers, like I took this from General Electric, and Siemens as the same also. So the doctor knows how much radiation is given to the patient, and the technicians know how many of these photons are captured by the machine. If you divide the two, you make the ratio, you get the 0.014%. So that is a fact that there is no doubt, and nobody questions that, because it's even measured by the manufacturer. Now our analysis, our study aims to break down this where the photons are lost in all this process. So we start by delivering 100% radiation to the patients, and then we see that the natural phenomenon of this technology is that not all the pairs of photons are coming out. When I mean pair of photons, this includes the scatter event, the good event, everything. It means all the photons that are pairs in time coincidence. So only 15% comes out from the patient's body. And again, this is not a hard figure, because a skinny person may be 20%, a large person it may be 7% or 10%. Okay? So here I'm talking about average.